Welcome back to my channel. This is another manga reading log, and yeah, let's just get started because I'm actually super excited. So you can see my first one is Sakamoto Days. I binge read Sakamoto Days from 3 to 11. I read 1 and 2 last month, and I own this, and I'm excited to just like, I need to read Sakamoto Days because I totally enjoyed the first two. And so basically, if you don't know what Sakamoto Days, it's about Sakamoto. His name is Taro Sakamoto. He's a former assassin and decided to quit that job and start a family. Then years later, he found out that there was a bounty for him, and slowly, like, a bunch of society tried to put him down, but he's a legendary, so that it's not possible. And throughout the story, there's just a lot of mystery and trying to figure out who put that bounty. And then he has a major enemy later on, and eventually has to protect the order, like the assassination order. And so he's very caring, especially for his family and friends, and even his former colleague. Like, he just have a big heart. Sakamoto is just full of, I don't know if I mentioned, action, a lot of funny moments. That is why I enjoy this so much, because I like it when there's like humor and it's not boring, it's not stagnant, and it just keeps you like going and want to read more because it's so exciting. And so what else can I say? It's just a very fun to read and easy to read. It's not very wordy. Let me just show you all the volume because the front cover has amazing art. I got my Sakamoto Days from Crunchyroll store. I believe they're either $9.99 or $10.99, something like that. And so I did borrow the first two from the library, and I decided to like collect it because I love it so much. I do own 1 and 2. Yeah, the front cover is basically like the characters. And so yeah, I love this. The only thing is there's a lot of violence. As a assassin, they use a lot of different equipment, and so if this is not your thing, then maybe don't read it. It is similar to John Wick. It also, to me, is similar a show called Nikita, if you guys don't know what's Nikita. But yeah, I like this. If you have a chance, give it a read and give it a chance. And so yeah, this is volume 8, and so I'm going to show you some sneak peek. The art is amazing. Like, it's just super detailed, not very wordy, just easy to follow. It goes so smoothly, and action is amazing. But yeah, so volume 12 comes out, I think, June, so it's not far from now. I just can't wait because it just keeps me like in my toes, where I need more. I need to know what's gonna happen. So the next one is the Apothecary Diaries. I read from 8 to 11. I covered the library information. I own volume 10, so I read 8 to 11. So if you never heard of Apothecary Diaries, Apothecary Diaries, it's about this girl named Mao Mao. She's an apothecary. She's very educational and knowledgeable about plants, which can be used for medicine. Basically, it's full of mystery. She works in the palace. It's not a modern story, more like the period of like 1200, 1300. Yeah, so it's a mystery. She solves mystery by finding out how someone got sick or get killed. And I love the story a lot. It just goes so smoothly. It's easy to read, not very wordy. At first I find it too wordy, but not really. I got the hang of it, and yeah, I just love it. I think Mama is just so adorable. Mama is also means cat, so sometimes she makes this cat face. It's just so cute. But anyway, I do recommend it if this is something you think you'll like it. There is some romance, but I like it that's not very romancy. That's not a word, of course, but like, yeah, there is some romance, but not really. There's a character named Sir Jinshi. They just work well together. They have like sarcasm at each other. It's just hilarious. Their relationship is just so adorable as colleague or co-workers. But I don't want to say too much. Volume 10 is my favorite because a lot of things happen in volume 10, and I cannot believe the next volume, which is volume 12, is not going to release until September. And I think because volume 11 just came out, I think last month. So anyway, I'm gonna flip some pages to show some sneak peek. And I think I'm gonna show you her cat face. That a lot of people who watch the anime or read the manga, it's just so adorable. Like, no, not that one. But yeah, illustration is just really nice, very detailed. And that's their Jinshi. Yeah, this is what I mean, cat face. She's just so adorable. Oh my god, I cannot wait to watch the anime, because right now I just wanna, I am caught up reading, hello. But it's just amazing. Like I said, like I cannot wait for volume 12 to come out. Yeah, like I said, it can be wordy, but it's just easy to follow. Like another cat face. I don't know, I just love this. If you have a chance, borrow it from your library, or you can get it secondhand. And I think Crunchyroll have a good price for this right now, I believe, because right now it costs $12.99, and I think Crunchyroll has it for like 10 something. But yeah, check it out, I highly recommend it. You can see by the title, this one is called Parasite. Now Parasite, Berserk, Vagabond, One Piece, those titles, like I feel like they're very like well known, and so I wanted to just give Parasite a try because it was available in my library, and at the same time, like I want to get out of my comfort zone and try something new. So basically, Parasite is about parasite that came from another planet, somehow decided they land on Earth, and I would say Parasite is almost like a worm, something like that, a worm. And then they decide to take over like somebody's body, especially the brain. And once they like take control of the brain, their like face becomes very elastically, it just bends. So it's kind of creepy and gross at the same time. At first I was like, oh yeah, this is really gross, but you know what, the story is pretty interesting because we don't know where these parasites are coming from and what are they doing in Earth in the first place. So now the main character, he gets controlled by a parasite, but his is kind of unique. The parasite didn't go through his head or the brain. Instead, it went to his arm, so his arm gets elastically, and eventually like the parasite talks to him and they have that bond, and now they're trying to figure out what's going on, because there's a lot of murdering happening, and it's because of the parasite controlling the human brain, and not the society doesn't know what's going on, but only the main character and his parasite. And so yeah, I actually enjoy this, surprisingly. It's not so bad. Like I said, it can be very gross, but I don't mind as long as you don't read this while eating. And if you're eating right now, I am so sorry, because I'm gonna flip some pages to give some sneak peek. And so this is the hardcover full cover edition. So this is all full color, which is nice, and they do have the original print still available. And so this was available in my library, and I was like, I like reading hardcover because I grew up reading a lot of hardcover books. And so yeah, oh my god, the first thing you'll see is, like I said, it's gross. This is what I mean when their brain gets controlled by the parasite. It gets elastically, or it just bends. Yeah, here we go. And this is the main character. What I meant by his hand is controlled by a parasite. Let's see if I can show you some sample. Yeah, that's his hand. Like, yeah, it's become like it's stretched out. But yeah, right now this is volume 1. I can't wait to read volume 2. Actually, I placed a hold. So I know this is not everybody's cup of tea, but if you're into that kind of stuff, definitely give this a read. So this one is called Snow White with Red Hair. Now at first I was like, why is it called Snow White? I mean, they did add some Snow White original story from the original and, you know, add on the manga. But the reason why it's called Snow White, because the main character's name is Shira Yuki, and it means in Japanese Snow White, and she has a red hair. And so yeah, now this story is about this girl. One day she was summoned to the kingdom because the prince wants her to be his concubine, and she didn't agree, so she decided to fled, and then she bumped into this guy who is a prince as well, but from another kingdom. Eventually, like, he helped her and she got away from the first prince, and she decided to reside in his kingdom. They become friends, they become very close. There is romance happening between these two, and she also become a herbalist. And yeah, overall I find it okay. I don't know, but like, it's maybe not my thing, it's not really vibing with me, but it's alright. I find it very basic. I'm not sure if this is a shoujo, like romance, because there's a lot of romance happening in this story. But yeah, I just find it very basic. Now, this is my own opinion. This is my own experience. So please don't go after me. Everybody has their own opinion. And so, yeah, I might give this still another chance because she's very captivating because of her look. And so the whole entire kingdom, other kingdom, she's becoming well known because of her red hair and because of her situation with the first prince. And yeah, it's not so bad, but like, I might just take a break from reading this, and eventually maybe I'll continue if it's something that still interests me later down the line. But yeah, now the illustrations is really nice and very detailed, and this is easy to read as well. It can be wordy, but it's not so bad. So that's the main character, Shirayuki, and the prince, the other prince name, his name is Zen. Yeah. Yep. If this is something your cup of tea, then yeah, give it a read. Now this last one is called Wotakoi. It's about this two character. They're both otaku. She's more like a manga reader. She's trying to make her own manga. This guy is more into games. They're both co-workers. They're both childhood friends, and eventually there's romance later on. And then they have two other co-workers. They're also both otaku, and so four of them just hang all the time, play games, talk about manga as well. But the thing about this manga is it can be super wordy and confusing because the panels are all over the place, because there's like 4 characters at the same time. So at first I was like, oh, I don't know about this, but I just, like, you know, decided to just, you know, bite my tongue and just keep reading. And yeah, I'm enjoying it for now. But yeah, I just read the first one, and here's some sneak peek. Sorry, I should flip it the other way. Yeah, well, let me see. It can be too wordy. Oh, there was a sneak peek. I am so sorry. But yeah, I will definitely continue reading because I'm getting the hang of it, and it's super interesting because it's about otakus, and I think I consider myself an otaku as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this manga reading log. I love making this video because it also gonna help me build some confidence, especially speaking and comprehension. English is my second language. Even I've been living here for a while, you know, English to me is still hard to understand, especially grammar and comprehension. And so yeah, I hope you enjoy this, and I'll see you soon.